My family holds that whole philosophy. Do the best you can at whatever you do. Strive to be the best. And but if you have some things that make you stray along the way, it's okay. Get back up on that ladder and start over again.
No one does it all alone, but if I had to pick just one person, I'd go with my grandmother, Jane Steenstra, because throughout all of the ups and downs and the travels and the wins and the losses, I always knew that I had her to rely on and that she always had my back.
So the biggest impact on my career was one of my first leaders and managers, Jeff. And he allowed me to lead a team for the first time when I was highly unqualified to lead at the time. But he saw great passion in me and potential. And because of that, I saw it in myself.
And Joe Jones, who's our second Work City Commissioner, he has been a mentor and a supporter and just champion of me and my work.
Sandra Boozer, and she was the Senior Vice President of Human Resources for Blue Care Network of Michigan. She said to me, "Little girl, I'm going to get you on my team one day." And I just kind of laughed and smiled, and that was pretty much it. And probably 4 years later, she called me, and she told me she had been watching me. She had been watching my career at the Blues. She wanted me on her team.
My father and my mother, I was raised with love, with a very positive upbringing, and with the notion that I could do anything I set my mind to do.
I would say that my daughter has had the most impact on me with my career in life, and those go hand in hand, I feel like. She's only 7 years old, and the wisdom that she shares with me and her outlook on life makes me want to be a good mom, a good career woman, and I want to show her that she can do anything that she puts her mind to.
Mr. Burke at Rogers Department Store influenced me the most. He said, "People will disappoint you, but always look for the good in everyone."
My two daughters, Nicole and Samantha, have always throughout my life been my cheerleaders, my inspiration. Being able to think about what I do and making them proud of what I do, it's always at the core of my decisions and how I approach business.
Teachers and mentors in so many different ways, so it's not just been one person, and I've learned so much, and I feel like I can learn something from everybody I meet.
There's so many people and things that have had a great impact on me, but I think overall, if you have to look at the big picture, it's God, and He has definitely provided me with just amazing opportunities to take adverse things in my life and make them into positives and be able to make an impact on people's lives.
My husband has had the biggest impact. Tom Amy, after we were married, he said, I've always believed that properly supported, you can do anything. And so I was just silly enough to take him at his word, and so I did crazy things like open up the ADHD Center of West Michigan.
Do you know how many women have had an impact on my life? Women and men, I have to be honest about that. But they are amazing people who support the things that I do and allow me to have a platform to support them.
Beginning with my mom and extending all the way through every job I've had, every board and committee experience I've had, and they've shaped the way I approach my work, the way I approach my family, the integration of those two things, and the commitment that I have to both my paid and unpaid work here in West Michigan.
I have a friend that says I collect people, so I feel like I've been collecting women all my life that are inspirational, and I find more and more every day. One of them is my mother-in-law. She is the mother of 11, the last one being my husband. So she has taught me a lot about patience and love and acceptance.
It's Armin Obedian. This is a gentleman who I've known since I was a teenager, and I met him because my brother married his daughter. And Armin is a local philanthropist and wonderfully generous and extremely intelligent person. And he had the biggest impact, first of all, because he bellied up to the bar and gave me the money to start Kids Food Basket. But he's also had such a huge impact on me because of the way that he always makes me think.
My dad has had the biggest impact on my career, and I know my mom might be upset because she's here with me today, but he was a pilot growing up and took us to many different cities and places, and I think it gave me this perspective of cities from the air that most kids wouldn't have had. He also recently became disabled, and I have taken on a new focus with my career in terms of building great places for people with mobility challenges.
My dad is the reason I do what I do. He helped encourage me when I was thinking about getting involved in the cannabis industry, and I lost him last year, pancreatic cancer. And he is my motivation of why I fight for patient accessibility across the state of Michigan.
I come from a rich village of women who, beyond title, rank, or position, have always instilled in me that strength is for service and not status. And so I can't even call on one particular person because I think in different seasons of our lives we need different things.